Hi. It was working anyway. No loading screen today. No loading screen. I don't really like loading screens for vertical streams. They're kind of weird. Unless I can make one that's like specifically tailored to it, maybe at some point. I don't know. I don't really care to. I can, but I'm not going to probably. I didn't even notice we are kind of not speed running to 40k, but speed running to maybe 39. Get 100k by March. Fat chance. Get 100k ever? I don't know. Probably not. It'd be cool, I'm not gonna lie, but you also have to be kind of realistic sometimes. Can it happen? Yes. Will it? Who knows? I'm not saying I give up on it, but I'm not going to be surprised if it doesn't. 40k by next month though. I feel like 40k probably by or during my I don't know why my hand's going crazy today. 40k by or during my 3-year anniversary, I feel like is maybe possible. I'm just waving over and over again, I guess. I'm just doing what it's doing. Wait, I should put my chat in my other program. I wasn't using it, but I can't tell when someone new comes in if I don't use it because my memory is really bad. Hold on. I'm using Hotel Dusk BGM again just because I feel like it really hit that vibe last time when I had a bit more of a serious chatting stream. So I kind of just added it back. There we go. Okay, did you expect to bark like a sad dog today? You know, no, but it kind of was fitting, surprisingly. I didn't really mind it. I actually really thought that game show was brilliant. The entire idea of it. I really admire Pia's production value. She did such an amazing job on that stream overall. I was just blown away completely. It made me feel like I really need to up my game show game. I feel like it's not good enough. But that's okay. You guys seem to enjoy it. But that just was really unique. And where it was voice acting centered as well, I was like, this is really fun. I really like this. I want to watch it next time she does it. It's really cool. It's such a good idea too. I don't know if she came up with it herself or if she got the idea from somewhere, but either way, it was just brilliant. And it was just kind of brilliant, you know. Also, hello, Lazy Shinobi. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. That's what I kind of forced myself to try to do all day to get some streams out. So that's why this stream is happening. Because, you know, when a lot of stuff goes on all at once, especially a lot of more heavy stuff, and nothing directly to me, just generally so much, it kind of like throws me for a loop until my anxiety gets so bad I can't handle it anymore. Which is essentially what happened before my first stream when I thought I was having a heart attack, but just kidding, it's panic attack. And I was like, oh shit. So I think I don't need help. No, don't need help. So I feel like doing a bit more of a sad venting stream. I think it'll make it a lot easier to come back to full power on Monday. Kind of just get it out of my system. It's not gonna be like the saddest of sad today or anything. Just some more serious topics as well. And in general, just life. I know a lot of us had a really hard week. So I was like, you know, let's just talk about it a bit. I think it'd be better for everyone. Because there's a lot of, I'm not gonna touch on certain areas, of course, and stuff, but I feel like there's a lot of things where it's like not the best etiquette, I guess, to talk about in general as a VTuber, but I even talked to my underlings first. I was like, hey, yo, I'm gonna do this, and they're like, yeah. So don't worry sorry. I'm not saying anything bad. Just sometimes, you know, it's just a lot. Essentially, a just boiling point of a lot. It's not even my a lot. It's like seeing other people go through a lot, and I'm just like, being a very empathetic person is hard. Because you see everyone hurting everywhere, you feel their pain, and then you're hurting like 10 times as much. And you're just like, please, everyone, calm down. But life doesn't work that way, of course. Everyone gets to make their own decisions. And that's good. Yeah, I had like a full panic attack because my alarm went off almost 3 hours late. And actually it didn't go off at all. I didn't miss it. It just didn't go off, and I don't know why. Watch it go off soon or something, and I accidentally set it to PM. Oh man. And then I was rushing to get ready for my stream, and I had like a panic attack, and I was like, do I have to go to the hospital? Is this a heart attack? Probably not. It wasn't, so it was fine. For anyone who hasn't had one before, actual like panic attacks, it's not just like, oh, I'm so scared, please give me head pats and help me calm down. No, like they can actually, they can really fuck you up. They can seriously fuck you up. I know someone who literally had one so bad, that the next day their entire body hurt. They tensed up every muscle so hard that they like, their entire body just was wrecked for days. They're actually pretty bad. Yeah, it literally feels like you're dying, kind of. The best way, I don't usually get panic attacks necessarily. I get a lot of anxiety attacks, but not really like full panic ones. I don't get those very often, if ever. I more space out, or I'll get like really upset, but I don't quite get into the full panic level. But so I don't know if it was quite that necessarily. Probably more anxiety, but like maybe a little on the higher end. But it's like, the best way I can describe an anxiety attack at least is like the feeling of when you catch yourself falling down the stairs. But like you never hit the bottom, you just keep falling. Sometimes for hours or days. It's something. It's certainly something. I mean, hyperventilating is a pretty common thing for me. More common than hyperventilating is I forget to breathe. Like I'll stand there and I'll freeze up, and I don't even remember to breathe. It's kind of rough. But I definitely have it luckier than some people I know, so it could be worse. Man, the Hotel Dusk music just goes hard when you just need the sad time, doesn't it? So good. The worst part is you need to get stuff done the next day. Yeah. And then you feel guilty about not being able to do the stuff, so you just have another attack. And God, I hate anxiety. Can it just not? I wish it could just not. Now everyone in chat is breathing manually. Yeah. Making sure my breathing. we're all just wondering how our breathing's doing. I think I'm not gonna say hi to everyone when they come in today, actually. Maybe some mutuals. Otherwise, thank you guys all for coming in for the support, but I'm gonna scroll up to the top. I feel like, I don't know, it's not really a hello everyone kind of stream. More just like, we just vibe. And that's okay. Sometimes you need those kind of days, you know. Also, for anyone who hasn't read the tiny note at the top, I do have redeems off because it just didn't really feel like a good time for any redeems. I don't know, it just felt meh. I've not overworked necessarily. I've been taking it pretty slow. In fact, I feel kind of guilty for taking it so slow so far in the month. I don't really have anything big planned for this month. Well, the PAM Awards was probably my biggest... Oh my god, I still have the wrong alert. The PAM Awards was probably one of my biggest planned things this month, and I feel like I fucked it so bad. I really wanted it to be a big, exciting stream. Instead, I got it banned for copyright. And I had a really fancy scene I set up for it, and it all broke, so I couldn't use it. And I found out my GPU might not be powerful enough to use it anyway. I might need to replace my graphics card. Some days. Anime clips will do that. I thought trailers would be safe, honestly. It wasn't even showing the full thing, and it was in the corner. So I thought it would have been safe, but you know, I guess I was overestimating Kadokawa and their ability to be kind and decent to creators using their fucking trailers, not even episode clips. Oh, yeah, that's what I get too, Cloud Colin. Like, your hands and feet get numb. My hands and feet were so numb. That's why my arm was numb. But it's like, I had weird shoulder pain and heartburn at the same time I had the attack. So then, of course, when my hands went numb, I was like, oh my god! Right after social... Oh my god, it's a heart attack. And I made the mistake of Googling heart attack symptoms. And after I read them, I had none of them before I read it. But after I read it, of course, I would read, like, headache. And then I'd be like, do I have a headache? And I'd think, and I'd be like, oh my god, I feel my brain, I have a headache. And then I'd be like, okay, fast pulse. Do I have a fast pulse? And I'd pay attention, and my pulse would be like, bop. Bup, 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 and I'd be like, oh god, am I dizzy? And then I'd think, and I would like suddenly get dizzy, and I was like, whoa. Just willing every symptom into existence because my nerves were fucking haywire. It's like that sometimes. It's annoying. I was able to get out of bed, okay? I screamed and scrambled out of bed, man. When I realized the time, it was so bad. That's true. First rule of looking up symptoms, you'll find something that makes you think you have any disease. That's why the internet is both great and dangerous for health stuff, because I feel like it's important for people to have the knowledge to know what they might have to bring up at the doctor. But at the same time, it's kind of a problem when people start diagnosing themselves and getting it wrong. Because we're not doctors. You were watching the streams, my grandfather's in the ICU. I hope he's feeling better. That must have been really, really rough. But, yeah. I've been feeling incredibly weird. Being a VTuber is really weird. There's one line I've seen go around a number of times, and it's really hitting hard. Now that I've been doing it almost 3 years, you know, I've seen a lot of people... Oh, that was my Discord, sorry. I've seen a lot of people in my time come and go from the industry, right? And that's how it is with any industry. No matter what job you do, no matter how much you love it or hate it, there's always going to be people that come and go. Because that's how life works in general. You know? You meet people everywhere. Some people, you only know them momentarily in passing. If you're walking down the street and you just happen to get a glance at one person. And then sometimes people you meet, you don't even know they'll change your whole life. And then even sometimes when you meet people that are really important to you, suddenly one day they might change directions and you don't see them anymore, potentially ever again. And you know, it's weird. It's weird to think about. I'm glad he's okay, that's good. Especially where it sounds like it was a more serious surgery. And it's just, there was one line that I've seen going around a lot that hit me really hard when I saw it yesterday. And it was just, as a VTuber, you either stream long enough to graduate, or you stick around and watch all your friends graduate. And it's hard sometimes. Because there have been so many people I met in the community. Some I still was able to keep in touch with, others not so much. You know? It's a reality of the industry. It's the same thing with celebrities, like singers and actors and stuff. Sometimes they'll be around for a while and then they'll just stop. But because we have like such a graduation culture and everything, it becomes that sense of loss almost becomes so formalized and like heavily advertised, and just almost the sense of loss gets turned into a spectacle. And I said this once before, but I genuinely mean it. I have a horrible fear of graduation, and it struck me. It hits me every time I see someone graduate. But I think the time that struck me the worst was still during Aka's graduation. At one point, it just hit so hard. How do I even word this? It hit around the same strength as that. It was kind of like big flashbacks to being there during that, actually, when I was watching the very end of Pomo's graduation. Just the vibe felt very similar. And it's just this weird feeling where it's like your goodbye becomes such a public thing, and you're in such a like vulnerable emotional state. And I can't imagine being made to go through that. It's just, I'm really, really proud of Pomu as well for making such a difficult decision if she knew it was the best decision for her. And just hearing the way she was talking, you could tell that that was such a hard decision, you know? Yeah, she graduated just last night, Lazy Shinobi. It like just happened. And it just the way that she was clearly giving up something she loved so much, it made me really think again. Like I have no plans of graduating, don't worry. So what I'm about to say, it might sound scary, but it's really not in the way that you think. But the reality is every VTuber is either going to disappear or graduate. It might not be soon. It could be in 50 years. I could be a VTubing grandma. You don't know. How do you know I'm not a grandma already? But the reality is, it's as inevitable as death. It happens. And I just, every time I see someone else go through that, you know, it just reminds me that one day I'm gonna have to go through that. And it scares me a lot. It really scares me a lot. Like, I don't think I can put into words how much it scares me. I don't want to go through that. And yeah, just how much, like, there's this weird thing where like it hurts to get left behind, right? Like, obviously, with Pomo's graduation, a lot of us are incredibly sad, you know? We're kind of sad that we've been left behind. Even though we know it's for her own good, it hurts to still be... Oh my god, I burped. It hurts to still be here, knowing that Pomo's not. But imagine how Pomu must feel too. Because this is one area that I feel, and this is why, hold on, my throat. Bleh. This is why I don't like being sad to VTubers that are graduating, because like, I don't like being like, oh, miss you so much. I try to be like, thank you for everything, because the thing is, you know what hurts even more than being left behind? Being the one leaving. Knowing that you made a decision to walk away. A decision to give up something you loved so much. And just knowing that all the people that look forward to your stuff are going to, like, have that void when you're not there anymore. Like, just the thought of that. It's like, I can't even imagine being in those shoes. Because I've been very honest about this before. I haven't in over a year or anything, so don't worry. But there have been times I thought of possibly bringing up like, hey, I wonder if I should graduate. I never did, and I'm very glad I never did. But it's not something that I've never thought of at least one point. And just not even like at a serious discussion level, just like the thoughts were kind of floating around. And just to have that like very slight hint of the thoughts, it almost destroyed me. Like, I felt so distraught. I could barely eat. I could barely sleep. Just being in a position where you have to actually make that call. It just... Every time I see someone go through that, it's really hard, you know? But that is the truth to it. People do need to move on with their lives sometimes, and it's not just something with VTubing. Mel's situation felt a bit different because that really kind of came out of nowhere. And Mel never even really got... Well, I guess she got to make a tweet, which is at least something, but Mel never really got to do a graduation or properly say goodbye. So for a lot of people, that was really, really shocking and upsetting. And I know that would be a really hard position, but part of me almost would have been envious. I know that sounds really weird, but if I had to stop, I'd almost rather it be abruptly torn away from me than have to plan and go through a graduation. Just because it would be so hard for me to get through. I mean, terminated is more like a forced graduation. It's still the same outcome, it's just the reasons are different. But yeah, for actual words, Mel was terminated because she broke NDA, and unfortunately, there's not really anything you can do there, you know? NDA is a very serious thing, and if NDA is broken, I mean, it sounded like she had to vent to people. Unfortunately, oh my god, my stomach's growling. I'm just dry. She unfortunately chose someone that wasn't the best person to vent to, because, you know, everyone sometimes gets pushed past their limit and has to vent. Like, they have to, for their own well-being. Whether it's to a family member, to a friend, or a therapist, like, sometimes you have to. You'll actually go insane if you don't. Oh my god, my stomach growls. You have to. But unfortunately, she had chose someone who, I don't know if she outed it herself or if they outed her, but she chose someone that wasn't quite safe to vent to, I guess, and she was terminated because of it, which is unfortunate. You also have an NDA. I mean, any corpo VTuber has an NDA to an extent. If there's a VTuber who's not ND, they have some sort of NDA. Don't worry, I mentioned I was gonna talk about this stuff. We're good. We're good. I'm a lot more. Oh my god, my stomach growls. Don't want to hear my indigestion. My anxiety indigestion hits really hard after I eat. Yeah. Yeah, I know for a lot of people that missed Daka's graduation, it was hard. She wasn't in a place mentally where she was able to stream, so it made sense. And I know that decision was really, really hard for her as well. But I'm still really, really proud of her for looking after herself and doing what she had to. And I'm still really grateful that we accidentally chose the most cathartic visual novel of all time to stream the night before. I didn't even realize. I thought it was gonna be like a crack comedy, and it was so fucking cathartic. That was a good one. It was like it was planned. It was planned, but we didn't know what the plot was. It was just so good. That's like, I think out of all my time streaming with Aka, that was probably one of my fondest memories. The surprise cathartic visual novel. That was good. But yeah. And I think one other thing that really stuck with me from Pomo's graduation as well, and I'm really happy she said it, is like, I think it's one thing I did want to talk about a bit that's kind of less sad, is that even if she's your Kami Oshi, and if it's really hard to see her go, if you really enjoy VTubers, don't give up on something you love so much just because saying goodbye to her is hard. That's not what she would have wanted. And that's a fair point, because when it comes to anything we enjoy, there's gonna be things and people that come and go. Because, you know, we like, as human beings, we often search for things that are stable. In life, we try really hard to search for stability. But the reality is, very little in life is stable. Almost nothing in life is stable. Everything is always changing. It's not, that's true though, it's not easy to try to get attached to another VTuber, like knowing that you'll go through the same pain in the future. I think it's understandable if you think you can't go through it, but the reality is, at the same time, it's inevitable. Are you gonna give up on everything in life because things can be hard sometimes? Oh, you mammy. It's like one thing that we don't ever talk about, but is one of the hardest things to go through in life, is a friend breakup. Like, have you guys ever had friends that you're really, really close to before, and then all of a sudden, either you have a bad falling out or you just never talk again, and then you lose contact? It hurts. It hurts so much. Like, it hurts so much to go through a friend breakup. It's like the fucking worst. I went through one so bad. Like, I lost a friend group that had been really dear to me at one point. Oh my god, the music. The entire friend group at once. I think I'd been friends with them how many years? Like, some of them around 6 years, some of them closer to 10. And all of a sudden, so I mean, I'm gonna be really, really vague about it. But like, it's people I was very close to, all throughout my school years, right? And all of a sudden, they stopped talking to me after graduation. And then, one day I happened to run into one of them in public, and I got really excited. And I was trying to ask them, like, hi, how are you doing? I haven't seen you. Oh my god, I was really excited. And they were just not even looking at me, and either kind of ignoring what I say or being really cold, and I didn't understand. I couldn't figure it out. And then I found out through a third party that I had been in a position where I wasn't able to be at school as much. There were reasons why I would have to take half and sometimes full days away from school. Like, I was allowed to do it. I had a school-related reason why I had to be away from school often. Like, some sort of like special course type thing. And I'd found out, basically the whole time that I was away for the last year, they were just making fun of me behind my back. And I was like, oh, okay. Not all of them. A few of the people that I knew from around that time, they didn't know actually, because they weren't as close with them. They found out. The few people that stuck with me after that situation actually know about being a VTuber, and they're very supportive, and I'm very grateful to have them. But it's the same thing. Like, I'm not going to never make friends again in my life. I'm very bad at it now, mind you. It's part of the reason I have really bad social anxiety. But it's not gonna stop me from trying to make friends ever again, just because the potential to get hurt if they also suddenly turn is too much. I kind of view it as like the same thing, you know? Also, thank you, Dren Chisel, for the 13 months. It's like a similar situation. Ow. It's a similar situation, right? I'm not very good at approaching people. I'm honestly very, very, very bad at making friends. Like, if I'm in... you guys don't even know. You legitimately don't even know how bad my social anxiety can be when it acts up. Oh my god. You met me. We've hung out before. But what you didn't know is I shake like a leaf until I meet up with anyone because I'm so scared I'm gonna get there and they'll hate me. It's like they're pretending not to and shit like that. But you know, it's not gonna stop me from trying. That's why I try really hard to constantly try to push myself anyway, even if it's very, very hard. Also, yes, thank you, mods. I don't think the mods are having the best time today. I'm so sorry. Is this what short streams chats are like? Damn. And I put a serious topic in a short stream. Wow, I fucked up. It's okay. It's okay. It's like a serious, but not a serious. We're not crying. We're just talking about serious stuff. Does that make sense? And I kind of compared. I only told that story to compare the situations a bit, right? It's like I don't want to stop making friends in the VTuber community either because one day they might graduate. It hurts, and I'm tired of seeing friends graduate, of course. But I don't want to, like, never make any more friends in the community. Have you ever cried on a graduation? Every time one of my friends made a graduation announcement, I cried, bro. You have no idea the amount of times I've cried by now. Getting introduced to Pam gave you an epiphany. What kind of epiphany? I can't tell if I should be flattered or if that's threatening. I think, yeah. I'm just really happy I got to meet a lot of people. I pushed myself really hard to meet some VTubers at events IRL in the past year. Like, you guys have actually no idea how insane that is for me. Like, I can barely even talk to people in person. I get so nervous. I chugged so much caffeine just to make sure I could interact like a human being. Well, it was a good time, and I'm really grateful about it. And I do Java games. I still talk occasionally. I'm not gonna, like, not nearly as much as before though. It's not the same, right? It's not gonna be the same. But I still occasionally check in. Don't worry. The people you followed leave without saying anything. That's what makes me sad because I follow so many people. I keep missing graduation announcements. Like, I think it was Isekai. Kaikun. I didn't even know he graduated. I was just, wow, I haven't heard from him or seen him in a long time. So I went on his Twitter and it was like, graduated. And I was like, the fuck? It just happens sometimes and you're like, why? I wish you could subscribe to, like, keywords on Twitter. I'd want to subscribe. Any mutual will post the words graduation. Give me a notification, bro. I really wish he did. Isekai graduated. It hurt. But also, I get it. You know, people gotta do what they gotta do. But yeah. Well, it happens. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you, you mommy. You know what? I am gonna complain about one thing actually that I've seen, and I think it genuinely did contribute to a lot of the hate that Niji has been getting lately. I get it. I'm not gonna say anyone directly because it's basically every single channel that does this. I get it because it gets views and you need to look out for yourself. But I am often a bit discouraged by what a lot of both VTuber news and clips channels have become as of late. Because it seems like with a lot of those channels, there tends to be just so much hate against Niji. And then if you try to stand up and be like, hey, that's just mean, then the Niji auntie's like, oh yeah, you're defending the company. It's like, no, I'm just saying not to harass people. Like, it's so fucking weird how normalized it's become to hate on a company. Is Niji perfect? No. Also, Jumper Games, please don't talk about any VTuber past lives. I don't want to be a place where people do that. I think marrying defending a brand is stupid. Yeah, I don't necessarily think if Niji does mess up, they should be defended. But there's so much speculation and assumption when it comes to Niji especially, where it's painful to watch. And I think a lot of the clips that are taken out of context and clickbaited, as well as a lot of the news that have kind of turned from giving you the information to keep up with the community to sensationalized drama, contributed a lot. And it genuinely makes me sad, because I wish there was some sort of channel where you could follow. Yeah, it really hurts the livers just spreading all the drama. I wish there was some sort of place to follow where you could like just see every debut and graduation announcement, right? I want to be able to keep up with graduations, debuts, big celebrations, things like that. I want to know what's going on, but I don't want to just hear about the latest drama. It's just, I don't know. It feels weird. I feel like, I don't know if it's because VTubers are like, maybe it's because we're anime girls, right? Although the same thing happens in Hollywood, so probably not. People just forget we're human. And sometimes take things way too far, you know? And it gets old. And it gets annoying. And it genuinely hurts people. And I don't know. I know the internet's never gonna work that way. And it is sometimes important to call people or companies out if things genuinely go too far. But I feel like we've gotten to this point where it's like, instead of calling things out when we're 100% sure something really bad is happening, we've gotten to this point now where we're looking for things to call out. And if there's nothing to call out, we're just making up bullshit so that we can call something out. And we can all jump in and attack something together, even if there's no warranted reason. And the internet can be a really cruel place, honestly. I think it was, what was it, Shion? Shion, didn't she recently go on a break because of this? She's probably still on break. Where it's just, you know, she couldn't take it anymore, essentially. How the Twitter sphere was just so depressing and angry. And she just couldn't deal with it anymore. So she went on a hiatus to kind of like clear up her mental health and stuff. And honestly, I get it. I get it. Sometimes it's just so overwhelming to wake up. But, you know, social media is a big part of being a VTuber, so you kind of gotta... But, it just sucks when you see so much crap going on. You know, so much doom and gloom. There's so much... Aura took a break because she was being harassed by a lot of people. And honestly, that was really uncalled for and unwarranted. And I think, yeah, Val relinquished her Twitter to her manager. And honestly, that was kind of based. I think I need to be in control of mine, though, because I like being able to use it to keep in touch with people and stuff. But yeah, it's very much a double-edged sword, you know? But sometimes it can be really hard. Just being so vulnerable on social media, too. Especially, I can't imagine being, like, as big as someone in Hollow or Niji, because then it's like every single thing you say is being scrutinized. People are looking for reasons all the time to both idolize and tear you apart. And then, of course, you have the people who are looking to put every little detail together to try to, like, dox you and shit, too. So it's like, why can't people be normal? This is why we can't have nice things. Niji-sanji needs a PR team. I feel like that might help. Because a lot of the stuff they've been doing has been kind of just contributing to not really helping the image, but it's sad. I think the real truth of the situation is that no company is perfect. Every company has its pros and cons. And for some people, I'm certain, for some people, being a Niji-sanji is probably better than being indie. If they don't mind sticking to, like, the trends, what is approved, and doing what's popular and all that shit, I'm sure there are genuinely people who prefer being a Niji than being indie. But there are some people who have whatever ambitions that are outside of the scope of what's accepted, and maybe that's just... They want to expand. They don't want to be locked into whatever limits a company might have. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Niji is like locking them in. It could be things that any company would reject. We don't know. And it's the same with small companies too. Like, there's so many other companies out there and none of them are perfect. I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty lucky with mine, but do you think there's things I didn't fight for? Do you think there's things I didn't change? I'm a CEO, I'm powerful, I'm gonna storm my way through. There's no such thing as a perfect company, and that's what's important, having a company that can change and grow when it needs to. Because sometimes everyone gets it wrong. And you just have to improve as you go and make things better. Because nothing's ever going to be perfect. And I think there's so much public sentiment about... Also, Jaffa Games, please don't speculate about that. The girl herself has said she wants to come back. She just needs some time. And she's been really happy and patient that everyone's waiting for her. She just needs some time to herself. It's just... I don't even know what I'm saying. The videos make this talk even more real. That's what I like about the Hotel Dusk BGM. It feels good for like more serious talking streams. I get that everyone gets it wrong, but there's a limited number of times. I think it's okay if the talents decide to walk out. I think it's okay. If like every single talent tomorrow at Niji Sanji decided we quit and walked out, I think that would make a statement. But some are very happy there, it seems. So it's not our place to constantly go in and be like, you guys would all be better, down with Niji, destroy Niji or whatever. It's like, you know, the hate they get sometimes is genuinely uncalled for if there's people there that do seem happy. Like, we don't know. We're not in their shoes. We can't say that we know them better than they know themselves. We just have to trust that whatever decisions they make and or are making is for their own well-being. We can't assume that we know them better than we do. And it makes me really mad when I see people so entitled that they think they know their Oshis better than their Oshis know themselves, you know? It's just stupid. Like that's why whenever you guys sometimes get a little bit pushy, you're like, take a rest, eat, drink, do whatever. I'm like, fuck off. Let me decide for myself. Hello, Emily. I think sometimes as an audience, we forget that these VTubers are working a job. Exactly. And even IRL, it's normal for people to change jobs frequently. People just make a big deal out of it when you're a celebrity. It could be that the company no longer works for them. It could be something like, you know, maybe they just decide to genuinely move on with their lives. Maybe they don't want to be a VTuber anymore, or maybe they want to try somewhere else. If you have an accountant moving from accounting firm A to accounting firm B, it doesn't mean accounting firm A is bad. It just means for their current needs, they might have had an offer from B and that suits them better. It doesn't mean they regret going to A or that A was torturing them or anything. I mean, if people are open about having a bad experience with one, then it's fine to be like, this person had a bad experience with it, then we know. But you can't assume that everyone else has the same experience. I don't know how to word that, but it's like, exactly, streamers are fucking adults. Treat us like adults. Treat us like fucking, like we can look after ourselves, bruh. Most of my ID are gone. Yeah, I will say that the treatment of Niji Sanji ID and the original Niji Sanji IN, Niji Sanji India, which was also the original Niji Sanji English, that rubbed me the wrong way. I will admit that. On a company level, that rubbed me the wrong way. Where they just like obliterated the branch so they could start with another EN. So like, there've definitely been issues. But, I don't know. Even just the whole situation, seeing like Pomu graduate, it reminded me of a lot of other things too that I feel like, I don't know if anyone else had similar thoughts, but this is what's kind of been weighing on my mind a lot. It's kind of like, how do I word this? It's kind of like, you know, wondering about how different your life would be if you ended up following a different path. If you'd either, like, things that you've either turned down in the past, or things that you were, things that you, I don't know, things that you took, it's like you had a fork in the road. You could have gone one way or another. What would your life look like if you had taken a different path. And it's just interesting and weird. Exactly! There was the Hololive China branch as well. So I think a lot of people forget that when they be like, Hololive got here. It's like there's issues, you know? And yeah, of course, there's definitely things in my life where my life could have turned out very differently. But my life turned out the way it is. And here I am. But sometimes I wonder what would have happened. Like, you know, there's lots of times in life where you have to say goodbye to people and make decisions. Like, when I agree, Emily. It's good to try lots of different things in life. And no matter what, I'm really proud of Poma for joining Niji Sanji and giving it a try. It sounds like she grew a lot as a person, and I'm really proud of all the work she put in. Whether it was for her or not in the end, you know, she gave it a try, and she did wonderful, and no one can ever take that away from her. But then, there are things like that I wonder how like things would have been different if I had chosen a different path. Like when I was studying abroad in Japan, I was actually offered a paid extension. Like I could have stayed for another half a year. I wouldn't have had to pay for anything. It would have been covered. And I could have stayed another 6 months. I didn't. I went back home. But it's like, you know, how different would my life have been if I spent another 6 months living in a different country? I could have had an entirely different life. What if I decided to stay there, finish school, and get a job in Japan? Like, who knows? I could have done anything. I could have done literally anything. And I think I talked about this before too, and Pomu kind of reminded me of it a little bit, just with, you know, how much she loves Akiba and stuff like that. When I was in Japan, I told you guys before, once I got to perform in Akiba, and there was someone who actually was considering working with me and trying to like help me become an idol and stuff. And I don't know, to this day I don't know 100% if it was just me overthinking, because you know when you have anxiety, I tend to be the kind of person that overthinks, and I see red flags even when there aren't red flags. I saw some potential red flags, and you know, I'd heard a lot about the dark sides of the idol industry as well, so I turned it down. I declined it, and I never talked to those people again. But part of me still sometimes wonders, you know, if I had taken up that offer, what my life might have been like. Maybe it would have sucked, I don't know. Maybe it would have been really interesting. I'm not even lingering on it. It's just, you know, whenever you end up in big moments of change, or you see other people going through big moments of change, sometimes you kind of just stop and reflect on those things a bit. I'm not saying that I regret not trying. I don't regret not trying. Because if I did try, who knows, maybe I wouldn't be here today. So I don't think I did anything wrong. It's just, you never know what tiny decisions, if you'd done differently, could have completely led you to a different life entirely. And just seeing, like, forks in the road when people graduate and stuff, it's like, it's the same thing. At any moment, you can completely turn around and make a new direction in your life. And sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Sometimes you have to give up something you really love to take a risk. And you know, sometimes it can work out, and sometimes it doesn't work out. And then, you know, you took a big risk to try something, and all you did was get hurt and lose a lot of time, but you still learned a lot of valuable life lessons. There's never any right or wrong answer for a path in life, but all you can do is walk forwards and just keep trying different things. Some things might work, and some things might not, and that's okay. Yeah, being a corpo VTuber, it has its advantages, but it is also more controlled. And I think a lot of people, it's kind of reflecting on stuff-ish. Some people kind of forget that. Yeah, idols in Japan get promoted, like they get promoted a little bit maybe sometimes. Overworked, little compensation. I remember talking to someone who worked as an idol in Japan. This is way after I was offered, and she ended up quitting because she almost died. She was like barely getting by on so much caffeine. She was paid so little working as an idol that she had to have a part-time job at the convenience store, and she did it while going to university, but she performed multiple times every single day and was paid like absolutely nothing almost. And it's honestly just really sad how exploitative a lot of the industry can be. And I think you sometimes see that with VTuber companies. There have been VTuber companies that take advantage of VTubers. I'm not going to be afraid to say the ones that have very clearly been bad. Like Wactor, obviously there's problems there with illegal shit, like doxing their own fucking talents. That's not good. So there's definitely some VTuber agencies that come from that aspect of the idol community, and it's just easier because you can hire people online from anywhere in the world and get around laws and stuff because, you know, it's not legally employees or whatever, and it's like different countries and different laws. It's a lot easier online to prey on people, but at the same time there's a lot more anonymity, so if you end up in a very predatory contract, it's a little easier to just get out and run the fuck away. But it doesn't mean you're not hurt, because it feels like, you know, you finally got an opportunity that is going to make your dreams come true. But then, what if your dreams turn into a nightmare? And that's, you know, it's really hard to wake up. If you put yourself in a situation where your whole life you wanted to do something, and you're finally given an opportunity to chase your dreams and it's a nightmare. Waking up can be the hardest thing you ever do. But things aren't going to get better until you do. And it's hard. Yeah, exactly. It's sad people want to make their dreams come true, but then other people just don't have their best interest. It happens. It happens a lot. In a lot of different industries. And there are some companies that are good, of course, and don't do that. There's a lot of indie VTubers that hate it and would be way better off in any corpo. It's like, there's never a perfect right or wrong, but it's just hard. The other thing is, somebody can get into their dream company and then just discover, hey, it's not even the company, they just fucking hate VTubing. Or it's like, I think another thing that I think a lot of people don't it does happen in the music industry all the time, you know. People pursue music as a career and then they hate it. And then they move on with their lives, and it's fine. It's hard, but it's fine. And now we are in kind of deep thought mode here as well today. Also, Leon Valentino, thank you so much for the super. Pretty much any agency that isn't Hololive, Base Connect, Shoujo, and AN is simply not trustworthy. I mean, even AN, didn't they have someone leave like only a month into their contract or something? We never know the full story. Hololive has also done things that are scummy. I'm sure VShoujo has had, I know VShoujo has had their problems. VShoujo has had some major controversy. I'm sure Phase Connect has or will as well. No company is perfect. There's definitely other companies that are trustworthy. I mean, hey, do you think I'm being treated like shit here? Would I still be here almost 3 years later? Do you think if like there's a black company, I would still be here, man? Every company has issues. Some are major issues, but you know, that's why you gotta help grow. I think it's just like, yeah, if you're with graphic design, you're hated here. It happens. And that's okay. But you know what? Even if you try something and you want to make your dreams come true and you find out you don't like it, that's okay. It's never too late to start pursuing another dream. Yeah, we always underestimate the pressure a lot of big and small talents can be under, honestly. But the thing is, I think one of the things too that I'm really, really proud of Pomo for doing, honestly, is going back to school. I considered a few times going back to school while VTubing and just, you know, maybe pursuing something as a backup so that if anything does go wrong, I have some more skills for something that I enjoy. I don't know. But I decided fuck that. If I want to get another job eventually, maybe I'll learn rigging or something. I'll work on the sidelines, help VTubers instead of VTube. Use my knowledge and my networks. But it's never too late if you can afford it to go back to school or just change your career path. Like, until you're dead, you're not dead. Of course, you know, if you don't have the money, that's a very valid situation. People can be locked into situations, and that's tough. Especially if you have people that are dependent on you. Sometimes it's not that simple. But even if you don't have a choice and you can't go back to school or can't pursue another career path, there's no shame in trying to find, like, some sort of hobby that can give you more meaning in your life. It doesn't always have to be work. It doesn't have to be work. You don't have to have a job that validates you as a human. Sometimes just having a hobby that you really love can be enough to keep you going and make you happy in life. As long as you can manage to get a job that you don't hate or find ways to tolerate your job enough, your life doesn't have to be perfect. There's so much pressure in us to always get better, do better, earn more. But really, that's just so much pressure to put on people in general. It's unfair, really. Because everyone's going to hit a point where you just can't get more. It's not feasible. Everyone can't be a billionaire. It's just, you know, if everyone was a billionaire, being a billionaire would lose all meaning. It's just weird. But it's never too late to pursue, like, different stuff. I think that's part of why I enjoy voice acting so much as a medium. There's no such thing as the perfect age for voice acting. There's always going to be characters in different ages, right? So anyone with any voice type, any accent can train and become a voice actor. Whether they get cast or not is out of their control. But you can still do it for fun or get hired to do, like, small indie things. It's something that you can get into at any age. And I like stuff like that. I like that there's some stuff that's easy for anyone to kind of get into, whether it's for fun or not. Same with VTubing. Like, sure, if you want to get into a company, it's a little bit harder. But if you want to VTube as a hobby, download a PNG, bam! Anyone can be a VTuber if you have a computer that can run it, or if you have just a phone. There are some apps where you can do VTubing from your phone with, like, a stock model. You can just do chatting streams even. It's in areas where it's kind of something for everyone. Same with writing. You can always just write stuff out. It doesn't have to be good for you to enjoy it, you know? It's just fascinating sometimes to think about all the different paths, but also all the different times. And, you know, every time I remember, like, it's easy to get into VTubing, it's harder to get people to stay. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna be easy to get people to stay. That stuff's never gonna be easy, but that's where, if you want to pursue it as a hobby, it doesn't matter. If you want to pursue it as a career, it's a little more complicated, right? If you're pursuing it as a career, then you have to worry about certain things. You have to worry about numbers. You have to worry about trends. You have to focus on making enough money to survive. But if you're just doing it as a hobby, honestly, none of that matters. It only matters if you make it matter. If it's not your source of income, do whatever you want. Have fun streaming. Maybe you'll have 1 viewer. Maybe you'll have 0. It doesn't matter because you enjoy what you're doing. And that's why for some people, doing it as a hobby might suit them more, you know? It just might be more for them, and that's okay. Not everyone has to have aspirations to be a super famous or super rich or super successful VTuber. Yeah, it's a side income! Like, even just side hustles or even just hobbies, it's very, very valid sometimes. They can honestly make you feel happier than, like, actual career goals sometimes. That is a good way to put it, Safiri. The VTuber world is such a sweet and dreamy world until you hit a wall, but that's everything in life. It's the same with if you pursue music or art. It's like you look at it from the sidelines and you're like, I want to be there. That looks fun. That looks whimsical. That looks enjoyable. But it's also hard. All the good things in life are hard and challenging. If it comes easy, it's not an accomplishment anymore, is it? Especially stuff like the arts. where there's never a guarantee. You can pursue a form of art your whole life. You can be a genius at it and pursue it your whole life. But if you don't manage to have a stroke of luck, you might never make it, and that's the reality. That's the reality when it comes to anything creative. Could you make it? Anyone has potential, maybe. But it's not just skill. There's more to it to make it. And you could literally be the best in the world at it, but if you don't have the right opportunity, you might never make it. In any field that's artistic. And it sucks, but that's also realistic. Like, you can't... And one thing that makes me kind of sad, I said we're talking, like, sad, real stuff today, so... One thing that I see a lot of very successful people say that I actually strongly disagree with is telling people who are like, I'm really struggling. I'm thinking of giving up on XYZ. What's your advice? And the advice that they get is almost always without fail, don't give up! Be strong! Grind! Tough it out! Keep going! As long as you put in the hard work, you'll definitely make it someday! That's not always true. And I'm not trying to be cynical when I say that either. And hear me out. I think it's an important thing. It's an important thing to remember sometimes. And it's something that I genuinely wish people had told me at some points in my life. That sometimes giving up is okay. What you have to, fake it till you make it. It can be a healthy mindset. That's what I did today. I had to get through my stream, so I pretended I was fine, even though I was in this weird mood. But that's why we're getting it out now. I think the reality is most artists in any field will never make it. And that's okay. And I'm really not saying that to try to discourage people. If there's something you want to pursue, I think you should pursue it. I genuinely think you should pursue it, but you always have to reflect back on it. Whether you're successful or not, is this goal still serving you? If the goal isn't serving you anymore, it's okay to reevaluate your priorities. It's making great content. I am a little nervous with how fast chat is moving. Don't tell me. I don't even want to know how many people are hearing me just fucking vent. I think if you want to pursue something, you should give it your all. But if it comes to a point where you reflect back on it and you're like, this thing is not making me happy anymore. Every time I think about it, I'm discouraged, I'm sad, and I've sacrificed so much to make this thing. Oh, what the fuck is he? I literally said don't say it, don't tell me the numbers. Thanks. Read my rules, please. It's okay to... Oh god, sorry, now I'm thrown off. Every time I see the view count, I start shaking. Another thing that bothers me lately, people not reading the fucking rules. I'm coming in and saying stuff that upsets me, or even worse, reading the rules and upsetting me on purpose. Anyway, this is a venting stream. It's like, how do I word this? Where was I? What was I saying? I'm sorry, now I'm all frazzled. I don't like numbers. What the? Okay, seriously, now I'm getting pissed. More people coming in? Okay, I'm just gonna not look at chat if you guys keep this up. Like, actually, fuck off. So, basically, you have to always reevaluate if a pursuit is worth it for you. So, the thing is, I'm gonna use voice acting as an example, just because it's something I talk about a lot. So say you want to pursue voice acting as a job. There's a lot of things that you probably have to sacrifice to make that happen. Almost every anime is dubbed in LA or Texas, right? So if you want to get into English dubs of anime, not only are you going to have to train and get good at it, you're probably going to have to move to LA or Texas. So here is Exhibit A. Okay, imagine you uproot your entire life, you move alone to Los Angeles, and you want to pursue voice acting, right? And you try. You get a side hustle at whatever you get. You're working 3 jobs to make ends meet because LA is fucking expensive. And then you manage to get an agent. Yay! So you get an agent and you're trying to audition and get roles and stuff. But after 1 year, you still haven't landed a single role. You obviously have the potential if you have an agent. And you have the skills, but you're just not landing any roles. And then you talk to people and be like, wow, it's been a whole year and I haven't gotten any roles. And I'm really fucking depressed because I moved here alone, I have no friends, I hate my life, I'm overworking, and I'm poor. I've seen so many people do this to themselves. And then you kind of have to evaluate at one point, like, do I want to keep trying? Does this goal still mean enough to me to keep trying? Or am I miserable enough that it's okay to give up and find something else meaningful in my life? So that, I don't have to make these sacrifices anymore. No. This is very much an example that I've seen a lot of people go through. I've only been to LA for Anime Expo, but it seems to be the place, like, oh my god! I know people that were literally living in rooms with bunk beds. Like, they don't even have the money. Like, sometimes 2 bunk beds in a room. That's rough! From what I've heard, people that want to pursue it in LA, like, it can be hell until they start getting work. Damn! But it's a lot, and I think it's okay to sometimes reevaluate. Like, you do have to have a sustainable lifestyle, exactly. At some point, it's okay to say, like, hey, I don't want to pursue this thing anymore because the sacrifice isn't worth it. Because the reality is, even if you keep it up for your there is a very real possibility that you could continue doing that for your entire lifetime. Auditioning and doing your best, and you could be very talented. And the reality is, you might never get a role. And that's just how it works. It's the same with art. You could try selling your art pieces or doing whatever, and the reality is you might never make it. And if you're at a point where you're like, yes, this goal, yeah, New York, I've heard a lot of people move there for the same thing, and it's the same situation. And the reality is, if you reach a point where it's like, I can't continue to make these sacrifices, I won't be happy with my life if I do this the rest of my life and it never works out. It's okay to say that the sacrifices are too much and you need to move on and do something else. That's okay. It's okay. There's no shame in giving up. So many people are like, never give up! But the reality is, sometimes that's what's healthy, and sometimes it's the best thing a person can do. But at the same time, if you reevaluate and you're like, yeah, it's really hard, but I think I'm not ready to give up and I want to keep going, that's also okay. It's never going to be easy. If you have a goal and you want to keep pursuing it, you should. You should keep going, and if you're unsure, you should take time to maybe think about it more. But if you're at the point where you're just miserable and you want out, it's okay. It's okay to take a step back and just quit. It's fine sometimes. Ow. Thank you, Derek, for the super. This dose of real talk so refreshing. That's why I like to do these on occasion. I think it's important. It's important sometimes to talk about things in a more real way. Because, so many people want things to always be sunshine and rainbows and positive, but it's not always. I don't know what that makes me as a person, but sometimes I try to be really positive. Another thing that really stuck with me. I think it's okay to have unrealistic goals, actually. Sometimes they can work out. The problem is, you have to eventually reach a point where like, we don't have to. You can always try, but if you're miserable from trying, then it's okay to step away. What the fuck was that emoji? I think the important thing is just to always kind of keep in mind if it's worth it to you. Are you happier knowing that you're trying? Or are you just miserable? If you want to quit, you should. If you have a very difficult goal but you want to keep trying, you should. You should just reevaluate all the time what's more important to you. But so many groups try to make it like that. Yeah, I know. That's why I like to give my real talks sometimes. Because, you know, there could genuinely be some people in chat today that really want to stop doing something. And maybe all they needed was to hear an anime girl tell them it's okay to give up sometimes. You never know. But it's just... Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good way to put it. You can dream big, but always know when you need to learn when is it enough. Sometimes, if you start thinking that's enough, it's okay to go back to reality. It's okay. There's no shame. There's only shame in never trying in the first place. I would rather try something and have it not work out than live with regret of not trying. That's kind of the way I like to live my life. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've done a lot of things I never thought I could do. A big one is VTubing in general. Like, it's a very, very, very borderline, slightly not really break character for a second. When this kind of fell into my lap, my first instinct was, oh God, I can't do this. Oh God, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna let everyone down. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm gonna be a total failure, but you know, they think I can do it, so maybe it's fine. So then I was like, yeah, I'll do the thing, but inside I was like, oh God, I can't do it, this is unrealistic, oh my God, I've gone so hard over my head, oh my God, I'm drowning, I'm gonna die. But, you know, I took not even a leap of faith, I took a leap. There was no faith. No faith, just leap. Leap straight over a canyon. But I somehow managed to make things work, you know. I'm still here. Haven't fired myself yet. So, I think it's okay to try things unreasonably. Sometimes, you know, you might have an opportunity come up and you might not necessarily think that you're the best fit, but you don't want to say no either because it's something you really want. It's okay sometimes to take a chance. And you know, if I had tried and I had just been very bad at it, I don't think there would have been any shame in me being like, I gotta leave, guys, sorry. I mean, it would have really sucked and I would have felt bad for, you know, my underlings, but you know, I very much like to take risk. So even if something seems unrealistic, I'll often try it anyway. Just because I'm that type of person. There are a lot of people who try the same thing over and over again until they're broken. That's why I think it's okay to reevaluate every once in a while. The other thing is you can't just like keep trying the same thing. Like if you keep throwing shit at a wall, there's just gonna be more shit on a wall. If you want to clean a wall, you gotta throw cleaner at it, right? Like you gotta switch up your approach sometimes. If something is not working over and over and over again, you can't magically will it into existence. Sometimes if you want to reach your goal and it's not working, you have to stop and think why. What can I change? What can I do differently? How can I make it work? If it's not working now, what's holding me back? What is making it not work? Like, I don't know how to word it. It's just, life is complicated. Yup, this is life. Hello, Reizu. I could ask what's been a struggle for me and just existence. You know, sometimes existence, just when you're someone who has mental health struggles, not even a trigger, just existing is hard sometimes. Existence, that's the answer. Love game of life, worst game, 0 out of 10. It's just, you know, I don't know how to word it. Sometimes just, like, do I have a reason to be sad? Sure. Everyone's graduations and everything makes me sad. But overall, just in general, I'm just feeling shitty. Do I have a reason? I mean, a bunch of little things, maybe. Nothing major. just feeling shitty. Everyone has days where they feel shitty. That's why I started my stream. We can feel shitty together. we can just feel shitty together. It's fine. Also, I'm so sorry to my fucking mods today. I didn't do anything in my defense. It's not my fault. Yeah, life is very unbalanced. We make fun of the Twitch meta, but you know what's even worse? The life meta. Working 9 to 5? Man, I'm happy to be a VTuber. Who invented this working 9 to 5 bullshit? I'd die. If you want to make me work in an office 9 to 5, you'll have to tie me to the fucking chair because I'm gonna be out the door. I'll jump out the window and run down the street. You'll never catch me. Life meta should get an update. It really should. Yeah. Last patch was 2018. That explains why everything COVID and afterwards went to hell. We haven't had any patches since. It just keeps getting more broken. It's something. Oh, we got an emotional support puppy! Arr! Oh, your Shiba. Bow bow! It's also just really interesting too, thinking about things like, with VTubers coming and going, just thinking of like people in our lives that have come and gone in general, whether it's like friends or classmates or whatever. It's just interesting reflecting back on so many different things. It's sad, but it's also happy at the same time. And you know, sometimes the only reason that people can be sad in the first place is because something made us so happy that missing it makes us feel empty. But that doesn't mean that we should live our lives never being happy again just because we fear the fall into being sad. You know? And I think that's why it's okay once in a while to have a stream like this where we get a bit more real and maybe it's kind of sad hours. Because especially being a VTuber, how I said, I'm talking in circles a lot today, it's fine. How I said, it's like, there's so much pressure to always be upbeat, high energy, happy, not talk about the bad things, walk on eggshells, not hit landmines. It's hard. What if anime makes you cry, you enjoy it, but when life makes you cry, I don't? That's a statement. That's a statement. Mood. Why do I like crying to anime, but I don't like crying to life? Someone answer, please. I love it when games destroy me, but when life destroys me, I'm like, can you stop, bro? That's a mood. In general, things that make us happy when we're a kid. You know one thing I really like about VTubing in general? I feel like it's brought back a lot of parts of me that I haven't had since I was a kid, you know? Like, I didn't really have social anxiety in the same way when I was a kid. So I didn't really get the same nerves very often talking to people or whatever. But then, you know, I got it when I was a bit older. And it just, I feel like we all have this moment in our lives where we're corrupted. And I don't mean segs. I mean like this moment where we're disillusioned. This moment where we're suddenly forced to grow up. Where we don't see the world as such a whimsical, magical place anymore. Oh my god, the music. We very suddenly grow up and we see the world very differently through the eyes of an adult who's been kind of jaded. Rather than a kid who just sees the beauty in everything. Yeah, when you get exposed to the reality of life, when it hits, it kind of hits like a truck. And there's no dodging it because everyone goes through it at some point, you know? And that's when you get a job. Bold of you to assume that didn't happen to me younger. We all have these moments, and so for some of us, it's younger than others, you know. And I feel like VTubing has brought back a lot of parts of me that I lost before that happened to me. And there's a lot of ways, a lot of things I used to enjoy, and a lot of like types of happiness or just casual enjoyment that I hadn't had for many years that I got to experience again when VTubing, and it feels like it brought a lot of life back to me. And I'm forever grateful for it, for doing that, you know? It just kind of helped me feel more like myself in ways that I hadn't in a long time. Like, it's just an unfiltered, pure version of myself without all the cynicism weighing in. But another thing, too, that Pomu said during her graduation that really stuck with me was, like, do you guys remember when she said this? And it shocked me. So, Pomu talked about how she's not really an upbeat, bubbly person. How she more views the world kind of negatively and cynically. And that honestly kind of resonated with me. Which is probably a surprise to you guys as well. But you know, it's sometimes the people that make us the happiest that are the ones that have their own struggles and don't necessarily always have that happiness themselves. Like, I really resonated with that because Pomu is someone who was able to bring so much light and joy into so many of our lives, and I think that's why Pomu's graduation hit so hard to so many of us, because Pomu has been one of the hearts of the VTubing industry as a whole, right? Pomu is like the heart and soul of VTubing. She is endlessly encouraging and bright and positive and excitable and just happy and wants everyone to do good and succeed. But she sees the world cynically and in a more pessimistic view, and honestly, I am very much like that at times as well. I'm more likely to give up on myself and view everything very negatively and just feel hopeless and lost a lot more than you guys might think. I'm very good at shoving it under the surface when I need to, but and you know, I've genuinely felt, despite all of my own struggles and stuff, at the same time, the job has allowed me to feel happy in a lot of ways that I hadn't in a long time, because that cynicism and pessimism had been kind of like overbearing and taking over everything. It gave me a lot of hope again in a lot of different ways. And I feel like it just kind of made me think when she said that too. It made me feel a lot less alone, because I always kind of felt like in the VTuber community, like the times where I do get very cynical or whatever, in my brain I kind of just like forgot that a lot of other people go through their own similar struggles, and I was like, man, everyone's so happy or so hopeful, except for the people that are like outwardly very cynical. And I was like, man, no one gets how hard it is to pretend to be happy all the time. And it's just very refreshing to hear her say that she has similar struggles, but she's not very outgoing and she can be, you know, very cynical at times. I was like, hey, yo, she's like me for real. That's not to say I'm not happy and outgoing a lot of the time. It's just, it's not necessarily my default. And I try my best, and that's all we can do. And, you know, just hearing someone similar is good sometimes. It's good sometimes. And if she can bring so much happiness and positivity to other people, despite herself being really cynical, maybe I've managed to make people happy too, you know. And that just, if I can be seen similarly like that someday, I think that would be really nice. Oh yeah. My words are like starting to die. I don't have many words. I got a lot out of my system. I didn't hydrate at all. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm like dying. Drink your water, damn it. Don't tell me what to do! Man, short streams have been an experience. My last one was pretty normal. This one has been... I don't know if it's because of my topic or if the algorithm decided to like me or if I got flooded by bots. I can't tell what the fuck happened today. What happened with chat today? Why so much chaos? Man, if I do more short streams and if they keep up like this, I might need to get some more late night mods. What the fuck? It was an experience. Most of the internet is probably bots these days. Have you guys seen the dead internet theory? It's really scary. How like so much of the interactions on social media aren't even real people these days. It's so weird and unsettling. But it's fascinating at the same time. It's DGen hours? That's kind of true. That's kind of true. I stream at DGen hours regularly though, and this doesn't happen at all. Not even remotely. Why is it so weird this time? I'm doing sad girl hours. Did I put something weird in my title or my tags? Why is there all the weirdos flooding in? This is fine. I've had a lot of new names that have been genuinely enjoying the stream. If you're new and you've been enjoying the stream, let me know in chat. It'd be cool to see some new names that aren't just spam. That's true. Girl failure is a popular trope. I wouldn't even say this is like girl failure so much as we're just having a more realistic talk. You know? I don't even know. I don't know. Hello, Hazard Sniper. You're not new though. I feel like I wouldn't even say this is like sad girl or girl failure trope. It's kind of just, I don't know. Maybe a more of a like mature discussion. If anything, I think. Noont. Choco is noont. And I think sometimes having, especially in an industry that like is so focused on fun and silly, sometimes having a more real or mature discussion, I think is something I honestly wish that more other creators did more. So I wanted to do it. Wait, did we gain 70 subscribers this stream? What the fuck? What the fuck? We gained over 100 subscribers this stream? What the fuck? What? I vent about being depressed and we gain 100 subscribers? Why? Why? What the fuck? We now have 39,057 subscribers. We had 38,000 and like 30 something. What the hell? I cracked the meta. I gotta go cry. Okay, guys, hold on. Hi, chat. I had a really hard day. I'm really sad right now. Can you give me all your pity and money in chat and subscribe to me and get all your friends to subscribe to me? It will make me truly happy and improve my life. What do you mean my pity party is too fake? What do you mean? Man, it's Alex, thank you for the money! Be depressed more often, you can get 100,000 by March easy, but I don't want to be depressed! I think I would prefer it if we go back to happy fun times. Full sense of security to give it the super. Well, since you asked, you guys aren't supposed to actually give me money! What is happening? What is happening today? What the fuck is happening? I'm starting to think this stream is fever dream. Rich, thank you for the super. No, thank you for 26 months. Oh, yeah, this thing's here. Thank you for the money. Sophie, thank you for the super. She's cracked time for the money. Just thank you for 14 months for the bit. What the fuck, chat? Don't enable me. Don't enable my toxic behavior. Next thing you know, I'll be one of those girls that goes on Twitch and cries every day until everyone gives me money. John, thank you for the 7 months. Joy, thank you for the okay super. What the fuck? Why is the sad meta winning? Why is it winning? Hi, Purpose, thank you for the 9 months. Emo fam model funds. Wait. I don't know if this is gonna work, but wait. We're gonna find out live. Why are you guys giving me money? Oh my god, what happened? You froze my computer. Fuck you guys. Thank you, Azure Sniper Final. Give it to peer pressure. Why? Kakadu, thank you for the dancing puppy. And Whipwreck, thank you so much for the 13 months. Emo Pam crawling in my skin. Wait. Thank you for the 4 months. Wait, we're gonna do a karaoke. It's a sad time karaoke. So I have to. Hotel Dusk, you can fuck off briefly, okay? I'm still in shock right now. I don't know what's happening. I'm losing my mind because I'm so confused. This is the weirdest stream of my life, chat. And I've done some pretty weird streams. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's too much. No, that's probably good reverb. Okay. I'll read any more supers after. I'm not ignoring them if there's any. Hold on. Let me make sure. The delay is... Okay, here we go. I don't know how good I'm gonna sing after being so sad and going through a lot of shit. Here we go. A sad time. I got hydrated. My throat. Okay, how does this go? Oh, tired of being. I forget how the song goes already. Suppressed my. Oh my god, a voice cracked. This is too low for me. If you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave. 'Cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just so much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd find a way all of your tears. And I held your hand through all of these years. But you still have all of me. You used to captivate me. Ow! Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, I don't know how this part goes at all. My once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still had all of me. I don't know how this part goes. Though you're still with me, I've been alone all along. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still had all of me. I get bit by the karaoke bug. Any excuse, I'm like, hey, yo, sing, bet. This is fine. Okay, now we're back. I turned the reverb off, right? Okay, I was gonna experiment with something. Hold on, let me go back and try to make it work. Wait, did I miss any supers? Oh god, I did. Oh shit. What did I miss? Let's see. Oh my god, I missed so many. What the fuck? What the fuck? I missed so much. Holy hell. C14, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. And thank you so much for enabling gifted. And make sure to thank C14, Vampy, JP, Astoria, Board Clips, Aaron Kelly, and Shane Rimasaki. Mouse, thank you for the super. Congrats on depressed subs, part of the problem. And Dusky, thank you for the super. It's winning because you give great life advice. Well, I'm glad if you guys like my advice. I don't think you should use me as a replacement for people with advice, but I mean, if my advice can help you, that makes me happy. What did I miss? Oh my god, I have to go back down. Hold on, I missed some more, I think. Where am I? We've emo fams crawling and risking act. Wait, is that the song? Is that the crawling MV? I don't think that's the one I know, where it's like, no, that's a different song. I don't know Crawling in My Skin. I just know the one that has the good Shinsei Kayori AMV, and only because of the song. Da 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 da. And I only know it because of the AMV that I found a couple years ago. Cake, thank you for the 4 months. And Hype, thank you for 26 months. Congrats on 39k sad girl hours putting the work. I can't believe it still. I'm in shock. And Hype, thank you for the super as well. The Bird and the Worm, is that the name of the song? I don't know the name of it. I just searched Shin Sekai Yori AMV and it comes up. I don't actually know what it's called. Eating my knuckles. It's free. It's like free chicken wings, but it's my fingies. Vonga, thank you for the 5 gifted. And thank you as well for enabling Let Go My Ego. And Choco and Like a 0 on Daybreak Wolf. And Fum, thank you so much for being gifted as well. Ban me, no! Just to punish you, I refuse! Oh, and never mind, my mod banned you. You got what you want, you're welcome. wait, hold on. I need emo. I need emo. Hold on, I'm trying to make it work. I forgot. I was trying. It's called The Bird and the Worm by The Used. Interesting. Hold on, I'm trying to make emo Pam happen here, okay? Do you want emo Pam or not? I gotta figure this out. I don't remember how to do it. Oh, that's... Am I doing it? Am I doing it? I'm going full hot topic apparently. Wait, I gotta make it red. I gotta make it a really dark, like blood red. Oh, thank God, thank you for the zipper again. Hold on. I gotta make it red. Add color. Can I go red? Oh, wait, that is fucked. What if I make the color transparent? Okay, it doesn't seem to want to go transparent. I just made it fucking neon. Whatever that is was wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is that good enough? What do you mean Shadow the Hedgehog? What do you mean? What do you mean? I love how my eyelashes are still blue. I don't think I can change just those. Let's see, what can we sing? Hold on. I gotta find more ancient emo music. Okay, we sing a less sad, kind of cursed, I don't know. I only know this one because it's in a video game. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. We sing one more and then maybe emo Pam dies and we go back to normal. Why is my mouse acting weird? Anyway, I should stop stream soon anyway. We weren't supposed to go this long, guys. Why are we still here? Why are we still here? I don't actually know Helena. I don't know that song. I don't know a lot of songs from that genre or era that much. I only know certain ones that are like really, really well known. I'm not super familiar. Unfortunately. Let's see. I don't know Welcome to the Black Parade. I don't know it. I'm a failure as an emo VTuber. To be fair, I just had my emo transformation 1 minute ago. I haven't had time to learn the ropes yet. This is not even an emo song. I just know that the aesthetic of their outfits is close enough, so this works. This is good enough. This is good enough! I became an emo like 2 minutes ago, guys. I don't know anything yet. Oh, well imagine as I'm pacing the piers in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, an exchanging of words. Ooh, what a beautiful wedding, since a bridesmaid to a waiter. And yes, but what a shame, the poor groom's bride's a whore. I chime in without having people ever heard of, closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of well, in fact, I mean, technically, our marriage saved, but I'm not even engaged. When did my marriage get saved? Support the champagne! Well, in fact, I look at it this way. I mean, technically, our marriage is saved, but let's call for a toast! Support the clickbait toast! Oh, yeah. Good toast. This is a long instrument. I chime in with haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's It's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. Better by now, closing a goddamn door! No, it's much better to face these kind of things with the poison rationality. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kind of things with a sense of poison rationality. Get here, guys. I don't even know. I don't know how we got here. we ended up somewhere. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me fix myself real quick. Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't reset. Okay. I thought I couldn't undo it. I thought I was stuck like that forever. And I was like, well, this is my rebirth, I guess. Man. It's not just a phase. Joke's on you guys. It was just a phase. Now we're back. Ha! I've beaten all the stereotypes. It was just a phase. What do you mean come back, Emo Pam? You don't like me as I am? Boo! Boo! My studying advice. Mellow, I'll give you some very based studying advice. Stop watching VTubers and go study. Or you can just listen and study. That works too, as long as I'm not too distracting. I have heard I'm quite distracting though, so that might be difficult. Oh man, the stream was supposed to be an hour long. I don't even like vertical streams. Why am I still here? Vertical streams are ugly. I mean, I guess if you're on your phone, I think the meta of making it look like a video call is kind of fun. It feels nice and cozy. I say as the person doing it, not even watching, so I'm just hoping it's cozy for you. A vertical meta is too strong. Apparently, it's fucking powerful. Last time I tried it, I didn't get any extra views. It was like a normal amount, so I thought maybe it was like bullshit, and I just tried it again because I thought, I don't know, I thought it would suit today's discussion more to have it like feel like a video call. I thought it would feel a little more personal and real that way, which is why I wanted to do it that way, and then I don't know what happened. We got very derailed. Came to listen, stayed for the mess. What do you mean mess? What do you mean mess? What do you mean, mess? Mobile vertical meta is getting stronger by the day now that it's getting more accessible. Maybe I should try to do one once a week then. What do you guys think? Do you want to see more vertical streams? You guys enjoy the short streams that apparently turns into whatever the fuck happened today? Man. I still don't know what this. You do want the mods to suffer? We might have to get more mods for like late night times. Chaos is fun. It's true you guys do like more sad bus. Why do you want me to be sad? Why? Why? You really want the sadness forever, huh? Do you really do want random late night chaos vent stream? I mean, they probably won't all be vent streams. Sometimes they could be happy, talk about stuff streams. I don't know. I don't think they always have to be vents necessarily. Today it was what I needed to do. I didn't think I could get back to streaming regularly come Monday if I didn't get this out of my system, you know? I thought it would have been too hard to go back to regular streaming if I didn't just admit, like, hey guys, I feel like shit. Let's talk about it. So sometimes I'm the type of person where in order to get past it, I kind of have to embrace it first, if that makes sense. I think a lot more people than we think are like that, and it's by denying it that we kind of spiral to it being unbearable. I want to talk about it. I already did for almost 2 hours, man. So I don't know if there's anything I can really add. I already ran in fucking circles. I don't know if I have anything more to say. Yeah, I am surprised it's been 2 hours. It didn't really feel like 2 hours long on Uzumaki. I still need to check out Uzumaki. I still need to read it. I heard it's really good and really fucked up. Don't forget to hydrate. I gotta go soon anyway. I'm almost out of water. Oh my god. My sibling bought me like another liter cup and is like, because you're terrible at getting up to get yours for Christmas, so now I have another one. I need to fill it and just keep it in the room as a backup in case I need more hydration. And the stream and forget it happened. If I unarchive it and we never speak of it again, that means it never happened, right? I think that I probably should unarchive it though. There's not any reason to, and I feel like, I don't know. I don't like to unarchive stuff unless I have to. Because, you know, you never know if people want to rewatch it, or if new people that couldn't catch it want to watch it. You'll always know. It's like the member stream of Sarah. No, not Sarah's. It's like the member stream Angel Sanctuary discussion again. No matter how much I want the members to forget, they always bring it up again. That was a stream. I was so far gone. I don't even remember what I did. I watched the VOD and it's like, oh no. That was a time. End the stream abruptly and make everyone question what happened. That is really tempting, actually. Do you know how tempted I was to say Ayo bet and just end this fucking stream? I feel like it would have been a Chad move, but also then I can't raid anyone and pass on the views to anyone that I want to support, so... Can you even raid in a short stream? I don't actually know. It would be funny, but I would like to raid someone, I think. But it also would have been really funny. But if we're getting higher views than usual, I think you can? Okay, good. I would like to send the views somewhere if I'm getting higher than usual, you know? Being a good human is more important than memes, yeah. What if we talk for 7 more minutes, though? If we talk for 7 more minutes, then it's 2 hours, and I can feel like I was really super productive. I can feel like I was absolutely super mega productive and did so much today. Fuck no! You can leave. You're not stuck here for that time. You can just go, you know. Imagine wasting your time coming in just to spam someone's chat. That's sad. The amount of people with no life that have been here today, man. It's true. It's truly the true tragedy. The true tragedy is not the Panic at the Disco. It's that. Man. We could sing one more song. I could sing one more song. Maybe. And then end. I wonder, what other song can we sing? I don't actually know what to sing. But I could do something. I don't know Mad World, no. I don't know a lot of shit. That's what makes it difficult. Any suggestion? I don't know anti-hero. Me letting everyone down. Baby. Baby! 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 Ow! I don't know any of the song except for that part. I don't know David. Diamonds, you know what? You know what? Let's sing Diamond City Lights. That seems kind of iconic today. Let's do it. I'm really bad at this song, so it's gonna be rough. I think that seems like an appropriate way to end. Let's dedicate it to Full Moon! Okay. I'm not gonna be able to hit the low notes or the high notes in it today, so this is gonna be an absolute disaster. But it's fine. You guys aren't here for skill. You guys are here for the scuff, right? If you're here for skill, shit. I don't think you're here for the skill today, nah. Okay. This better have the words. We are Pomo! This better have the words in Romaji or I'm toast. Oh, it's English! I don't need Romaji, it's English. Okay, let's restart. Let me test the volume later on. That's from Doki Doki Karaoke channel. Okay, let's go. The day I opened up memory store, I found something that I could live for. Curtains shook as you opened my eyes, and light came rushing inside. Data behind my heart's encryption key. Listen, and you might hear a melody. Your fire spark, the passion that keeps burning. Magic that helps me to believe. All the colors of the night and the way they help you hide. I'm learning what it's like to love and be alive. Oh, there will always be a tomorrow. You'll never have to be alone. Diamond City Lights illuminate what's inside, and all the love I feel by your side. Decoding these emotions, you're the ocean I wanna dive into tonight. Rainbow colored skies invite us to take a ride. I know the time won't wait, 'cause it only leaves behind. Don't cry, look in my eyes and you might find a shimmering light that will guide you through the night. When gray skies take the colors away, I'll paint a rainbow lasting for days and days. Just like the magic that you always shared with me. Maybe now you need to believe. As the hands of time progress, it's so easy to forget the miracle that helped you bring me to life. Oh, there will always be a tomorrow. You'll never have to be alone. Diamond City Lights illuminate what's inside, and all the love I feel by your side. Decoding these emotions, you're the ocean I wanna dive into tonight. Rainbow colored skies invite us to take a ride. I know the time won't wait, 'cause it only leaves behind. Don't cry, look in my eyes and you might find a shimmering light. Now let me guide you. I love the proper chant in chat. Let's go to the place. Let's go to the place. Let's go to the place where our happiness won't fade away. If only you could see the joy you show to me, I think you would realize everything we could be. Diamond City Lights illuminate what's inside, all the love I feel by your side. Decoding these emotions, you're the ocean I wanna dive into tonight. Rainbow colored skies invite us to take a ride. I know time won't wait, cause it only leaves behind. Don't cry, look in my eyes and you might find a shimmering light that will guide you through the night. Diamond lights, rainbow skies, in the night there's no need to hide. The joy in your eyes fills me with life, so let it shine. Woo! That's such a good, feel-good, happy song. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more special to people now as well. It's definitely become one of the songs of all time, I think, in the VTuber community. The lyrics are very uplifting, and they just give you the motivation to keep going, even in the hardest times. I love it a lot. Alright, we started the stream all sad, and we end with the happy song. So, you know, the high and low notes. I mean, I think I was pretty flat on some of the high notes, but I did hit the low notes, though. I've been working really hard on my low range because it's my weakest part of my range, actually. I've never hit the low notes in that song before. I was actually surprised. I didn't expect to hit them myself, bro. Okay, I should probably start looking for someone to raid now, huh? I should probably start wrapping up. Where can we send you guys today? Let me see who's live doing some stuff. Also, thank you guys again for your patience, and sorry again to mods. Yeah. It sounds like today was a bit of an adventure for mods, and I'm sorry. Let's see who is live. What the fuck is Scarl streaming? Come give mama some sugar. What is this thumbnail, Scarl? What are you doing? The temptation to raid into whatever that is just because I'm so confused and don't know what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know where we're going. Let's support someone else's countdown if it's a good point to raid them. Let me check if it's a good point to raid. I guess so. Thank you also to everyone who came in here today and subscribed. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know I wasn't talking to individuals maybe quite as much today because it was a more serious topic for a lot of the stream, but I did still read all the messages, and I appreciate all the messages and stuff. Okay. I think I know where we're going. Hold on. It seems like it's an okay time to raid. Even though I'd imagine she must be so tired. It's so late for her. We're gonna raid Ophelia Midnight, who is doing unarchived karaoke. I don't know how many hours she's been doing it, but it has certainly been a lot of hours. She's trying to get to 40K, so I'm gonna send you guys over, try to help her get to 40K. Let's see, hold on. Let me see. Are you a human? No, I'm an AI. What do you think? Okay. This is Ophi. I'm gonna send you guys over here. She's doing karaoke and she's very close to 40K. So let's go give her some support. She also sings sad songs. Exactly. It seems like a good fit. I'm gonna send you guys over to her. Oh, that's true. I'm a monster. I'm not an AI. I'm a monster. I mean, AI is kind of a monster. Her rules are please be respectful to one another. No spoilers allowed. Absolutely no backseating. Only help if I personally ask for it. I do not and will not respond to unsolicited advice. Spam harassment is not allowed or acceptable. No self-advertisement or promotion. No trauma dumping or venting in chat. Please stay on topic during the stream. Don't call me grandma or bully me. Do not talk about or mention other streamers without me mentioning them first. Not a fan of D's nuts bait and switch humor. I'm gonna send you guys to Ophi, okay? Have a good time. Let me make sure it goes. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's set up. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.